Hello everyone! In this lesson, we will begin creating our very own WordPress theme. Without further ado, let's jump right into the action. Okay, so in your web browser, go ahead and visit the home page of your local dev environment copy of WordPress. Your local domain might be different than the one you see on my screen right now. That's not important, but let's go ahead and visit the admin dashboard of our website. You can always visit the dashboard by going up to your address bar and at the end of your domain visiting /wp-admin. Go ahead and log in. Okay, and if we were not developers, one of the first things you do on a typical WordPress website is look for a theme that you like, right? So you might head over to the Appearance tab and switch to one of the other themes that WordPress comes with out of the box. Or most of the time, you don't want to be limited to just these themes that WordPress ships with. So instead, you might click Add New here. And then you could search through the thousands of free themes. Or your third main option is to use this Upload Theme button in case you purchased a premium theme from a third-party marketplace. Okay, but in this course, we are not going to do any of that because we are not going to use an existing theme. We are going to create a brand new theme. Now, I know at first that might sound scary, creating a theme from scratch, but it's not scary because I'm here to guide you through it step by step. And believe it or not, it's very simple to begin creating a new theme. So, for example, if I click on the main Appearance tab again, here we see all of our currently installed themes. And if we want to create a brand new theme that will show up on this screen, all we need to do is create a new folder in a very specific location. So let me show you what I mean. Let's go on a little bit of a trip. Let's look for the WordPress themes folder. The first step to finding it is just navigating to that WordPress system folder we've already looked at 2 or 3 times. So navigating to that folder is a bit different depending on whether you're using Local by Flywheel, or MAMP, or Bitnami, or XAMPP, or Vagrant and VirtualBox, but let me walk you through the Local by Flywheel example. So right-click on your site, click Reveal in Finder, click into your folder, and then App, and then Public. Okay, now everyone in the course, regardless of what you're using for your local dev environment software, everyone is going to have these same core WordPress files. Now at the moment, we are looking for the themes folder, which is located in the WP content folder. So click into WP content, and here we see a folder named themes. Let's look inside that folder. And here we see one folder for each of our currently installed themes, right? So this 2017 folder corresponds with the 2017 theme. So if we want to create a new theme, all we need to do is create a brand new folder in this themes directory. So new folder, and we can name it anything we'd like. Why don't we call it Fictional University Theme? Just something along these lines, doesn't have to be exact. Okay, now all we need to do is create 2 new files within this new folder, and then we will have a real theme that will show up on this screen and that we can activate. So let's go ahead right now and create the 2 files that we need. What I like to do is open this entire folder in our text editor. On Mac, I can just drag this folder into my dock onto my text editor program. Or once you're in your text editor program, you can just use File Open, and there should be an option to just open an entire folder instead of a file. Now you don't need to do it this way, I just find it convenient. Because now, in my text editor, here we have the sidebar of the folder, and I can just right-click on it and choose New File. So I have this completely empty screen, but now if I try to save this, my text editor automatically knows that I want to save it within that new theme folder that we just created. So what do we want to name this file? Well, let's call it index.php. Okay, and what do we want to write within the file? For now, let's just add a bit of placeholder text that reads, "This is our amazing custom theme. Save again. All right, so I said we needed to create 2 files. So we created one of the 2. Let's create the second file. So I will right click on my fictional university theme in the sidebar and click New File. Or you could just use your text editor's File, New File option. Let's save this. Okay, and what do we want to name this second file? Let's call it style.css. Now, normally a CSS file only has one responsibility, and that's to tell the web page what it should look like. So you don't have to type this out because I'm just going to delete it in 5 seconds from now. But normally in a CSS file, you would say that like the color of all the text should be orange, right? You style the content on your page. Well, we will do stuff like that as well, but in WordPress, this style.css file has another responsibility. WordPress needs us to use this file to give it a bit of information about our theme. And the way that we give WordPress that info is up at the very top of the file here, we begin a CSS comment. So slash and then an asterisk. That's how you begin a CSS comment. And then on another line, to close out the comment, it's asterisk and a slash. Okay, now between those 2 lines, we can write whatever we want. So first and foremost, WordPress wants to know what the name of our theme is. So let's say theme name, colon, and we don't need the semicolon at the end here. And now we can make up whatever name we want. So let's say fictional university. You might think that we already named the theme when we created the folder name, but in folder names, you usually want to use dashes instead of spaces. So this is our chance to use capital letters and have spaces in the name. You get the idea. Now, if we save this file, and I want to point out that it needs to be named style.css. It can't be main.css or screen.css. The name here is very important. WordPress is on the lookout for this specific file name in our theme folder. Okay, but with this comment in place and we save the file, if we jump back over to our admin dashboard and refresh the main appearance themes screen, here we see our brand new theme. And if we hover over it, we see theme details, and if we click on that, we can see it looks a bit odd, right? It says fictional university and then version, and there's no version number. And also it says by anonymous instead of our name. So to fix those 2 things, back in our text editor, on a new line, still within our comment, we can say author, don't need the semicolon, but author colon, and then you can just type in your name here. And then on a new line, we can also say version, and then we can just make up a version number, maybe 1.0. Okay, so if we save this again and then refresh our theme screen and click on it again, cool. So now we see Fictional University version 1.0 by Brad. Now, all we are really missing is a screenshot or photograph or a preview image of our theme, right? You'll notice that all of the other themes have a preview image here. So to add a preview image to our new theme, all we need to do is go within our theme folder, right? I named that folder Fictional University Theme. And we just need to move an image file to live within this folder, and the file should be named screenshot.png. Now, I conveniently have a PNG file sitting on my desktop here. You can find this same image file in the resources for this lesson, but I'm just going to move this file into my folder, and then I'm going to rename the file to screenshot.png. Okay, because WordPress is on the lookout for this exact file name. And you can use your own image here instead of this one. Ideally, you want the photo to be 1200 pixels wide by 900 pixels tall. All right, but with this in place, if we refresh this admin screen again, cool. So now this looks like a legitimate theme. It's got a preview photo. If we click it, it's got the essential information. And now we can just go ahead and activate the theme. So you can click activate down here at the bottom, or if you close this out, from this screen, when you hover over a theme, there's also an activate button right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and activate the theme. And now, if we use this link up here to view the front end of our website, Cool. So remember, this is what we typed out in our themes index.php file. So if we go back to our text editor and jump back into the themes index.php file, maybe I want to add the word completely here. This is our completely amazing custom theme. Save it, refresh our website. Awesome. So now that we have our brand new theme and we activated it, we can see it on the front end of our website here, we really don't have any need for all of these other default themes like 2017, 2016, right? Our new theme is all we are ever going to need. And since we don't want to ever accidentally activate one of these other themes, why don't we just go and delete them right now? So back to the folder structure. Here's our theme folder that contains index.php, style, and our screenshot. If we go up a level, okay, so now I'm looking in the WordPress themes folder, we can go ahead and delete the folders for those other themes, 2015, 16, and 17. So just select them and delete them. Cool, so now if I refresh this admin screen, perfect. We just have one theme and it's the one that we created. Now before we bring this lesson to a close, I want to address a CSS concern that you might have. So if you're the type of person who experiments with lessons along the way, you might have already tried to do the following. So back in our style.css file, underneath our comment lines, you might have tried to write a bit of normal CSS. So maybe you would target the entire page and say color orange. But you'll notice that if I save that and refresh the website, nothing happens. We would expect this text to become orange, but that's not happening. So don't worry, I don't expect the CSS to be loading yet. I will show you how to correctly load the CSS on the front end of your website very soon. Okay, now having said that, looking forward to our very next lesson, we will learn how to do something actually useful here instead of just this boring placeholder sentence. We are going to look at the heart and soul of WordPress and PHP, which is functions. If you have no idea what a function is, that's okay. That's actually good, because in the next lesson we are going to start with the very basics. It should be a lot of fun. Let's keep it rolling, and I will see you then.